Well, hello, Dirtfish Rally friends. How lucky are we? Can you work out where we are? It's the new headquarters of the Toyota Gazoo Racing World Rally Team. Do you know what I think we should do? I think we should go in and have a look at what's behind these doors. Come with me, let's go for a little look around, shall we? Sometimes it's a little more difficult to get into these places than you'd like. Oh, there's a friend to let us in. I do have some friends in this world, honestly. Let's see what's behind these doors then. Wow, wow. Look at this, look at this. This is the nearest thing we've got in the World Rally Championship to a unicorn car. We've just walked through the doors and who have we bumped into? Tom Fowler. He is the technical genius behind the World Rally cars that we've seen coming from Toyota over the last couple of years. And Tom, I have to say, walked in here this morning and I almost took a step backwards because this is the nearest thing we've got to a unicorn in the World Rally Championship in probably 2 or 3 decades. This car has been talked about, it's been rumoured and all the rest. It actually exists. Tell me about it.
This car is our GR Yaris built to WRC regulations. So you've seen our Rally 1 version, a new regulation for this year, but the GR Yaris was developed as a WRC car. Which
to replace what we had the 17 car, to replace the one that was so successful.
Yeah, so wow. In the season 2021, which is of course heavily affected by the global pandemic, this car was due to debut at that time. And it was developed under WRC regulations, so the same regulation as our 2017 car, but it incorporated everything that we learnt from the first one and was built on a chassis which was specifically designed to be a fast road car. So of course the starting point was incredible. Here's
the thing that gets me. Obviously, all that I can judge it on is what I can see. There's obviously a lot underneath that's different. But you say it's built to the same regulations, but it's built to the same aerodynamic regulations, and it's bonkers, Tom. It's bonkers. How can you get what was across here, you know, a really, really good car with aero that at the time you'd have thought that's as good as we can get. And then you get this with these enormous dive planes, with this, what do you call that? That fin. It looks like it's been on a diet as well. It's gone, you've lost this big, that was like my cup holder when I was at stage ends. I could put and you've come up with this incredible, this beautiful piece of engineering for the mirror. How can you take the set of regulations that gave you a successful car and then come up with this?
So, of course, in the first car, there was things which we learnt, which we didn't know at the time to exploit in terms of aerodynamics, as you see particularly, but of course underneath as well. And we had the opportunity to be involved in the development of the road car during the period when we were already running a WRC car. So the road car already came with a background in competition. So the two together makes this what it is.
Wow, come around the back and show us. Tom, you know, you told us when you were talking about it earlier that it probably wasn't a bad thing that this never made it to the WRC. What did you mean by that? In terms of the competition, in terms of the fact that it's such a good car, it would be so much better than everyone else, all the other cars?
Well, to put it into perspective, what we were dealing with is that we had been running the 2017 WRC car already for 3 seasons when we started to test this. We tested it for about 4 days, and it was already faster than the car which had been in development for nearly 4 years.
How much faster?
Faster.
How much faster, Tom? Was it a tenth of a second a kilometre, hundredths of a second a kilometre?
I mean, to put it into perspective, if you come with a new car, to go faster in the first test than the previous one is quite unheard of. So just to be faster is enough. Wow. So we were very excited about the performance level when this car came, because there was so many updates that it had compared to the previous one. On paper it should be faster, but that doesn't always mean it's going to be. Of course, we need to take into account there's many things that can happen in rally, reliability and driver performance, and you never know what's going to happen. But at least we were confident at that time that we would be bringing a car which gave considerable advantages over our own one, which was already winning. So for sure, it was an exciting car.
And I can tell from your face just how proud you are of this. I mean, in terms of your technical innovation, what are we looking at, and what would you be, if someone said that there's one part, if you were to say there's one part that I'm really proud of, one little bit of creative design, one bit that I extracted from those regulations and I did something really clever with it, what would it be?
I think the problem is that this car was also a test bed for what we did with Rally 1.
So you've got secrets you're not going to tell us, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But it is just the most astonishing thing. This is a running car, there are one or two others. I think the rumour was that there were maybe 3 of them around, maybe 3. Was that right?
I think we can confirm there was 3.
Right.
There is 3.
There is 3? Right, yeah. Jolly good. Tom, it's fantastic, and as you say, it has formed the basis. It's not, as a creative designer, which is what you are, it must be very difficult to put your heart and soul into this magnificent machine and to never then see it competing. But it wasn't, as you say, completely wasted time, and it wasn't completely wasted thoughts and creativity.
No, it was not a waste at all. I mean, of course, myself and a huge number of other people that put a lot of energy into not only the design but the production and the first initial testing of this car, to never see it really compete. We've got the #1 on it here in the museum, because this car would have been driven by Sébastien Ogier. So you can imagine this in tarmac trim with Sébastien Ogier driving it.
Monte Carlo. Oh,
I think.
Jeez.
And
Jeez.
these are the emotions that we never got to experience. Even we did the work.
I can feel it. I can feel it standing here looking at the car and talking to you, Tom. It has an energy, doesn't it? It's got an aura. Cars can have something, and that's got an energy and an aura about it.
It's a car whenever we have a guest here and they walk in, they come straight to here and say, "What is that?"
It's an impact car for sure. Tom Fowler, thank you very much for putting to bed a few rumours, a few myths, and for showing us this magnificent piece of engineering. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.